Today is August 17th, 2026, and this is Read Through the Bible.
Hi, everyone.
Today we are off on another adventure.
That's right. This is a big adventure. We are heading to the country of Hungary today.
Yeah. There's a man in our church, Istvan, who is from Hungary, and he's going to take us on a tour of his homeland.
That's right. So we're very excited. We're going to land Tuesday morning in Budapest.
Okay. And so we'll try to keep you up to date with what's happening with us. I know many of you have commented on how you kind of like little family updates, so we're going to give you some of those as we go along the way. Also, last night we had a great time at church.
That's right. We had our ice cream social.
Yeah. Doug Smith did a great job of making gallons of ice cream for everybody with super exotic flavors, better than Snickers. This is the best strawberry ice cream in the world, and it's not an exaggeration because it's true or something like that.
And not plain vanilla.
Yeah, and Monkey Business was packed with bananas, something like that. And it was really fun.
Yeah. Mint wasabi.
Yeah, mint wasabi. Yeah. I didn't taste that, did you?
No, I didn't either. I should have.
Yeah, and there's some kind of blueberry one. I forget what that was.
Oh, yeah. It was from... they picked Michigan blueberries, and then it was a coconut milk base.
Oh, man, it was wonderful.
It was so good.
Yep, they all were great. We super enjoyed our time. Bounce houses. We even played some ultimate frisbee at the end, and it was really good. So we are reading this week. We're going to finish Jeremiah. We're going to begin today at Jeremiah 48, and we'll just read one chapter all the way through 52, which we'll read on Friday. And we are in this section where Jeremiah basically is transferring messages from the Lord about judgment on different nations.
That's right. That starts in chapter 44 and goes through chapter 51.
Yep. And today it's really easy in terms of summary-wise because it's basically judgment on Moab.
Right.
So it has to do with just God's perspective of Moab. I do think that verse 11 is key, about how Moab has been at ease from his youth. And as a result of that, God is going to make them at unease as he comes and judges them.
One thing about Moab is the story of Ruth in the book of Ruth. She is from Moab.
Yep.
Ruth the Moabitess.
Yep. Okay, here we go. Concerning Moab, thus says the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel.
Woe to Nebo, for it is laid waste. Kiriathaim is put to shame, it is taken. The fortress is put to shame and broken down. The renown of Moab is no more. In Heshbon they planned disaster against her. Come, let us cut her off from being a nation. You also, O madmen, shall be brought to silence. The sword shall pursue you.
A voice, a cry from Horonaim, desolation and great destruction. Moab is destroyed. Her little ones have made a cry. For at the ascent of Luhith they go up weeping. For at the descent of Horonaim they have heard the distressed cry of destruction. Flee, save yourselves. You will be like a juniper in the desert. For because you trusted in your works and your treasures, you also shall be taken. And Chemosh shall go into exile with his priests and his officials. The destroyer shall come upon every city, and no city shall escape. The valley shall perish, and the plain shall be destroyed, as the Lord has spoken.
Give wings to Moab, for she would fly away. Her cities shall become a desolation, with no inhabitant in them.
Cursed is he who does the work of the Lord with slackness, and cursed is he who keeps back his sword from bloodshed.
Moab has been at ease from his youth and has settled on his dregs. He has not been emptied from vessel to vessel, nor has he gone into exile. So his taste remains in him, and his scent is not changed.
Yep, there's Moab being at ease from his youth, hasn't gone into exile, like no trouble has really come upon him, but now trouble is coming upon him. Yep. In fact, it says like in verse 4 that Moab is destroyed, is kind of what's taken there. And it says in verse 2 that the renown of Moab is no more. Okay, we just continue on with Moab. Verse 12, therefore, behold, the days are coming, declares the Lord, when I shall send to him pourers who will pour him and empty his vessels and break his jars in pieces. Then Moab shall be ashamed of Chemosh, and the house of Israel was ashamed of Bethel, their confidence.
How do you say, we are heroes and mighty men of war? The destroyer of Moab and his cities has come up, and the choicest of his young men have gone down to slaughter, declares the King, whose name is the Lord of hosts. The calamity of Moab is near at hand, and his affliction hastens swiftly. Grieve for him, all you who are around him, and all who know his name. Say, how the mighty scepter is broken, the glorious staff.
Come down from your glory and sit on the parched ground, O inhabitant of Dibon. For the destroyer of Moab has come up against you. He has destroyed your strongholds. Stand by the way and watch, O inhabitant of Aroer. Ask him who flees and her who escapes. Say, what has happened? Moab is put to shame, for it is broken. Wail and cry. Tell it beside the Arnon that Moab is laid waste.
Judgment has come upon the tableland, upon Holon and Jazah and Mephaath and Dibon and Nebo and Beth Diblathaim and Kiriathaim and Beth Gamul and Beth Meon and Kirioth and Bozrah and all the cities of the land of Moab, far and near. The horn of Moab is cut off, and his arm is broken, declares the Lord.
Make him drunk, because he magnified himself against the Lord, so that Moab shall wallow in his vomit, and he shall be held in derision. Was not Israel a derision to you? Was he found among thieves, that whenever you spoke of him, you wagged your head?
Verse 28, leave the cities and dwell in the rock, O inhabitants of Moab. Be like the dove that nests in the sides of the mouth of a gorge. We have heard of the pride of Moab. He is very proud. Of his loftiness, his pride, and his arrogance, and the haughtiness of his heart. I know his insolence, declares the Lord. His boasts are false, his deeds are false. Therefore I wail for Moab. I cry out for all Moab. For the men of Kir Hareseth I mourn. More than for Jazer I weep for you, O vine of Sibmah. Your branches passed over the sea, reached to the sea of Jazer. On your summer fruits and your grapes the destroyer has fallen. Gladness and joy have been taken away from the fruitful land of Moab. I have made the wine cease from the winepress. No one treads them with shouts of joy. The shouting is not the shout of joy.
From the outcry at Heshbon, even to Eliah, as far as Jahaz, they utter their voice. From Zoar to Horonaim and Eglashelishiyah. For the waters of Nimrim also have become desolate. And I will bring an end in Moab, declares the Lord, him who offers sacrifice in the high places and makes offerings to his God. Therefore my heart moans for Moab like a flute, and my heart moans like a flute for the men of Kiri Haresheth. Therefore the riches they gained have perished.
For every head is shaved and every beard cut off. On all the hands are gashes, and around the waist is sackcloth. On all the housetops of Moab and in the squares there is nothing but lamentation. For I have broken Moab like a vessel, for which no one cares, declares the Lord.
That might be a good summary verse even there, in terms, I have broken Moab like a vessel for which no one cares. Verse 38.
Yeah. Verse 39, how it is broken, how they wail, how Moab has turned his back in shame. So Moab has become a derision and a horror to all that are around him. For thus says the Lord, behold, one shall fly swiftly like an eagle and spread his wings against Moab. The cities shall be taken and the strongholds seized. The heart of the warriors of Moab shall be in that day like the heart of a woman in her birth pains. Moab shall be destroyed and no longer a people, because he magnified himself against the Lord. Terror, pit, and snare are before you, O inhabitant of Moab, declares the Lord. He who flees from the terror shall fall into the pit, and he who climbs out of the pit shall be caught in the snare. For I will bring these things upon Moab, the year of their punishment, declares the Lord.
In the shadow of Heshbon, fugitives stop without strength. For fire came out from Heshbon, flame from the house of Sihon. It has destroyed the forehead of Moab, the crown of the sons of tumult. Woe to you, O Moab! The people of Chemosh are undone, for your sons have been taken captive, and your daughters into captivity. Yet I will restore the fortunes of Moab in the latter days, declares the Lord. Thus far is the judgment on Moab. Verse 47, super interesting. That all this, the whole chapter has been all about condemnation of Moab. How, verse 42, she shall be destroyed and no longer a people. Just how she'll be crushed. And then the very last verse, yet I will restore the fortunes of Moab in the latter days.
Which is surprising too, because they're not God's chosen people.
That's right. Right.
It's a very surprising verse.
Yeah. Anyway, super interesting. We're 48 today. Tomorrow will be chapter 49. We will see you then. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.